Hi, uh, it's Dyna. I'm just, I'm doing a little bit of baby ASMR stuff to, give the fans what they're looking for. I guess this is just me talking into a mic, though, if we're being honest. um, yeah, I wanted to record some stuff to have so, in case viewers can't catch late night streams for me. And they just have something to listen to while they're falling asleep. Um, I'll admit I didn't actually think of a topic to talk about. I guess right now it's fall season, although in California fall is just rain, which is basically like the tropics, which is also rain, but like I guess the tropics have it times 10 or something. um, yeah, but it's fall time. And it's the fall. It's kind of cold, and I don't particularly like wet, dead leaves. Thinking back in my time in Ohio. But I don't know. I kind of like this season for, I suppose you could call them maybe dumb reasons. But it reminds me of like some cozy things, like when I was younger, like single digits, and I guess maybe early double digits. My family, we would, after we moved to Ohio, went to like pumpkin patches and like picked apples. But now that I think about it, I think we only did pumpkin 1 year, and my parents said no thank you after that because they think it's like a waste to just leave it out as decoration. Which, I mean, I guess they're not wrong, but you can get some good roasted pumpkin seeds, and that's some good stuff. So there's that. There's also like warm apple cider. I'm a big fan of cinnamon. I actually literally have no idea how much cinnamon is too much cinnamon. Like, I don't know, I would just keep putting in cinnamon. I can't really taste it at this point, but it smells nice. I used to want to smell like cinnamon, but I think the association with the holidays is too strong, and I just smell like Christmas 24/7. 365 days a year. Yeah, I think it's a thing in general, but I never saw this in Massachusetts when I was there. But I think it was like 1 or 2 years. I went with my best friend and their mom to like some other pumpkin festival in some other town away from us. And I got to see giant pumpkins, like Jack and the. Okay, I don't think maybe it's not Jack and the Beanstalk style sized, but like pumpkins that are like have to be wheeled by a truck. Oh, I apologize if you can hear a cat. She's being a little needy today. Would you like to come say hi? No? Okay. She's been getting a little needy lately. I think she's not used to me being home so often. So she's kind of uncomfortable. Or maybe she expects more attention. I'm not really sure. She's a fearful cat. But anyway, back to the holidays. But yeah, I guess, well, I don't know if pumpkin festivals are considered holidays, but it was certainly kind of magical. Like, they had all of like the district kids like pumpkin and like holiday themed artwork out. This is kind of fun. But yeah, giant pumpkins. And like I guess there's contests for them. I don't really understand how these contests work, but that is not. I don't know things. Yeah, there's that. I love apple cider. I guess I don't really hate I hated raking leaves when I was a kid. Now I'm kind of indifferent. Like, if it needs to be done, it'll be done. I don't have to rake leaves, but when I go home, sometimes I do. Um, One thing I really miss though is not really a fall thing, but during the winter, um, in Ohio, in Massachusetts, when I was living there, it snowed a lot. Um, I don't know how to quantify this. Um, like, yeah, because I was really short. Like, think of like 3 foot Dyna, or maybe I was like two something. I don't know. I'm a short person. Um, but like that, and then snow taller. I'm starting to wonder if my parents had a fear of losing me in the snow. um, the year that we moved from Massachusetts to Ohio, Ohio got a huge dump of snow. And I guess when I say huge dump, um, well, it closed the schools for several days. And like, people got out their little baby snow blowers that could do jack shit. And for whatever absurd reason, we brought our East Coast giant ass snowblower um, to Ohio, and we basically just snowplowed the entire neighborhood. Because everybody has these dinky little things, and then we have chonky big boy snowblower. And yeah, it was a kind of wondrous time. Um, but then I believe that was also the same year, or maybe it was a year or so after that, um, like Massachusetts got like snowed in. Like, I think Massachusettsites, I don't actually know what a person from Massachusetts would be called, but they got like so much snow that like the first floor of houses were snowed in. Um, I'm not entirely certain people were happy about that, but like they were probably more well equipped than Ohioans. Um, but like after that year, we never had snow as bad as that one year in Ohio, which is sad because I am a huge fan of White Christmas. Um, I don't feel like, maybe it's because I've been infected with the false Christmas narrative given to me from like Snowmeister and Heatmeister and all those frosted snowmans, but I don't think it's Christmas without snow. And it's not like little itty bitty baby amounts of snow. I'm talking like you gotta at least have like a nice 6-inch layer of fluffy snow, untouched. Um, that's nice, and I like it. But there haven't been a lot of years where that's happened, um, which is sad. And I'm not entirely certain it has to do with global warming, but it happens. um, Another fun thing. So I think it's not exactly like a regional tradition. I apologize if you heard that bump. That was definitely my cat doing something silly. Um, it's not a regional tradition as far as I'm aware, but um, my um, my neighborhood, I think it's around wintertime, maybe around like Christmas Eve, they put out little white paper bags, and then you put some sand in it and put a little tea candle, and if everyone does it, you get like the neighborhood is just like lit up, with like little lanterns with little candles. I'm not really sure how long they last, but like it's a fun little tradition. And if you're crazy enough, I suppose, to go walking your dog late at night, then it's kind of nice. But it looks really nice, especially when there's like a little bit of snow falling down. Oops, sorry. Ignore my glitch. have, so my family, we're not particularly into decorative stuff, but now that I say it, we actually have a buttload of decorative stuff. It's just not like decorative in the sense of like, um, uh, I don't know. If you think of anything decorative on Pinterest, we don't have it. Um, I mean, I guess we have. Okay. Sorry, decoration is not the point of this. What is the point of this? Is we don't really have a lot of lawn decorations. So like, we'll put out some Christmas lights or like wrap the light pole with like a wreath or something. You know, those kind of things. We don't really have like things you would put out to like theme it like a Santa or something, or like a nativity scene. But my neighbor across the street, they it's really fun. They or the wife, she would I think she would just get Christmas things on discount after the season's over, and then in the next season, she would have so many things on the lawn. It's amazing, and on their house. Like, so they had a traditional nativity scene. They had a snow globe, Santa, reindeers. I think sometimes they would have projections on their house, or like things in their window. Um, they really just made up for the rest of the street. It's a quite nice, charming thing. They just had all their little decorations, and I really appreciated it. I think they still do it. I haven't done Christmas in Ohio in a while. Um, so we've been in other places. Um, but yeah, I was talking about apple cider before, and I really love hot chocolate. Although I found out when I moved to Ohio that my parents kind of misinformed me about what is hot chocolate, because we never had like Swiss Miss in the house. We had it's something called Milo. If you're from Europe or the Southeast Asia, um, it's a I think it's called a chocolate malt drink. So it's not technically hot chocolate, and I'm not really sure if it has any nutritional value. Because like all of their branding is like, ooh, look at this guy playing soccer and he's so cool and animated. But then you look at the sugar content and you're like, wait a second, how much sugar? And like, I swear the directions on the bag I have right now is like, for 1 cup, you'll want to put in 6 spoonfuls of Milo and then add some hot water. And I guess that's what makes it malt. Maybe I should go try that after this. But recently, or I guess a year or two ago, when I started my job, I was still getting acclimated to the sleep schedule and stuff. So I started getting Starbucks. I know, it's bad of me. So I went through like the seasonal drinks of like fall into winter. So I got like the PSL, which I didn't realize until this year actually. There was no pumpkin in it because it was a pumpkin spice latte, which I mean, I guess technically they're correct, but like it feels like a deceptive marketing thing, you know? I got the PSL. I think they have a apple caramel thing, which is quite nice if you're feeling it. And then in the wintertime, they have a white and dark chocolate, like hot chocolate thingy. And my friends like the white chocolate, but I actually quite like their dark chocolate, although I've been told it tastes kind of chalky, which might be the quality of the chocolate. I watched a YouTube video about how chocolate was made. That's another rant for another time. They also have like a praline. I think that's their seasonal, their like fall holiday one. That's not bad. I don't know what a praline is though, and I haven't bothered looking it up yet. Um, I know they have something minty. And that's why I wanted to talk about Starbucks, is they had something minty and I quite liked it. Um, but I haven't gotten Starbucks because one, basically whenever I think about Starbucks, I ask myself, do I want to pay $5 to $7 on Starbucks, or do I want to pay $5 to $7 on boba? And I don't know if I've talked about this enough with my streams, but I love boba. Frankly speaking, I think you could technically say I like sugar, but we're not going to get into the details. So yeah, that's why I like the holidays. I like to ignore. I got a little cynical in my angsty teen years about like the holidays. It's like, oh, it's just like capitalism and stuff. But nowadays I'm kind of like, yeah, there's a lot of capitalism going on, but like there's other things in life that are so nice about the holidays. I know this is very first world, I think, ideations, because like I have a nice warm house to get back to with nice warm blankets. But I suppose, yeah, I really like the warm vibes. I've always had good feelings about Thanksgiving and Christmas. It's always been fairly magical. Maybe not magical per se, but comfy. Because there was nothing particularly magic. I never believed in Santa. My parents, I don't know why they decided not to let us believe in Santa, but I never believed in Santa. The Tooth Fairy wasn't real. I knew Santa wasn't real, and the Heatmeister and like Frosty weren't real. I don't know if that made me a more intelligent child, or I don't know what. I assume there's some sort of study out there about the causation or correlation between believing in Santa and IQ. After I said that, that feels very rude. Believe in whatever you want. Birds aren't real. I think that's a terrible thing to end off in a sleepy time chat. Well, this isn't a sleepy time chat. This is just a sleepy time recording. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe this holiday season, consider giving back to your community somehow. I've done toy drives. I've done donating food, I think. That's also something, if you can do it, do it. Volunteering is nice. Give yourself the nice warm feelings of coming together during these cold, weird times, especially in California because it's currently like raining cats and dogs. So anyway, I think that's gonna end off our little chat for tonight. I hope you're asleep by now, and if you're not, you should take some deep breaths. Just do the in and out, and like focus your mind just on breathing. Head empty doesn't really work, for me at least. So just focusing on one thing is really helpful, especially since the ADHD can keep me awake. Yeah. But I hope you have a good night's sleep. And ASMR, baby ASMR Dyna. We'll see you another time. So, good night.